People, the time has come. It's finally time to reveal who we're going to be on our YouTube save. Now, what we're going to do is reveal it live. What we have here is surprise shirts. They've sent us a shirt, and whatever team is inside this box is the team that we're going to be. Now, for the details of the save, we're going to explain that a little later on, but it's time to open this. I'm actually nervous. I'm very nervous. So what I'm going to do is get my kitchen knife. I'm going to get my kitchen knife. As you can see, I haven't opened it. It's obviously totally unopened. What we're going to do now is open it. So let's open it. Oh boy, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. So let's reveal, let's open up. What a start that is. I'll put that back up. Now let's reveal who we're going to be in FM22. The team that we are is... The team that we are, I had to get the box because I can't even see the pad. The team that we are is FC Rapenzia Timisoara. I know I probably butchered that, but they are a Romanian side commonly known as Rapenzia. It's a Romanian professional football club based in the western of Timisoara, of course. I mean, this is going to be one hell of a save. This is the shirt. Now let's open it up. This is the shirt. I don't know if this is the home or away one because we've actually got two boxes. So the next episode, we're going to open this one as well and reveal the second shirt. I believe this is the home kit. Oh, what a beautiful shirt. Let's go, boys. You know what? I was going to try and do that magic thing. You know when people do that magic thing and it flips into them? Yeah. So this is what we look like with the shirt on. It's actually a pretty decent shirt, ain't it? It's a very decent shirt, but let's get started with this FM22 save. So just a little bit more club details. Let's read inside the box from Surprise Shirts. The Yellow and Reds play their home games at the Electrica Stadium with a capacity of 5,000. The club compete in the Liga 2, the second division of football in Romania. The club were the first to become professional in Romania, doing so in 1932. The side wore this crazy home shirt in a 2021 Liga 2 campaign in which they finished 13th out of the 21 teams in the league. Now, can we do better? Hello people, and welcome to the no attribute save, where not a single player in this save will have, well, attributes. What we have done, we've hid the attributes. If you want to hide your attributes in your save as well, all you've got to do is go to preferences or preferences, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Then go to skin colors. Once you have found skin colors, your screen should look a little bit like this. And if you select show advanced settings under A, all you've got to do is put all these digits here on 0, and then voila, all the attributes have been removed. Now, what that means is when we click a player on our side or when we make signings, we won't be able to see their attributes, and we will have to rely on stats, data, and scout reports to make our signings. Now, this should be very, very intriguing. Now, let's make our manager profile, and already we can't see any attributes here for our manager as well. So yeah, this could be a sticky one, especially when it comes to searching for some stuff. So here we are. We have found our team, Rapenzia Timisoara. I believe I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm probably butchering it, so I will have to use pronounce.com for the later episodes. Also, in the later episodes, we will sort out an intro scene as well. Of course, for the episode 1, we really couldn't. Even for the thumbnail as well, we really struggled with the thumbnail because we just didn't know what team we was going to be. So Rapenzia, let's go at the Electrica Stadium. For the manager style, suggest based on Rapenzia. Now we can actually see the attributes, which is what we don't want to see. For the management style focus, what should we do? Tactician, youth development. Let's go for tactician. So here we are. FC Rapenzia Timisoara hire Aaron Deval, a 28-year-old inexperienced manager. This side in Romania clearly have no idea what they're doing hiring me. But Deval has put pen to paper on the 1-year deal worth £375 per week. Now, 1 year worries me. That worries me, and I have now replaced the previous manager Florian Fabian. I do like your name, but it's time for Aaron Deval Ball. Let's go. So looking at the message from the director, our reputation, it hangs on regional. The director of football position is vacant. We were founded in 1928. The media predicts us to finish around 11th, and this is a club with some history as well. There is history at this Romanian side. As a club which enjoyed its best spells of success during the 1930s and their last competition win coming as recently as 2017, Rippy, I like that, are a club with a growing history. Let's add some more, boys. Rapenzia Tishimura won the Romanian top division in 1933, 1935, 36 and 38. That was a long time ago. And runners-up 2 times, won the Copa Romania in 1934 and 1936 and finished second best 2 further times and won the Romanian third tier in 1947 and 2017. If there's any Romanian viewers by any chance, jump in the comments, help me out with pronunciations and all that good stuff, because of course RDF has no idea, especially when it comes to pronunciations. So apparently the best formation at the club at this present time is possibly the 4-4-2, and we're actually going to have to listen to the assistant and the coaches, because of course we don't have any attributes. We quite literally have to scout these players ourselves, or we could just listen to the coach reports as well, whether they are technical players, whether they've got speed, all of that good stuff. They will let us know, and that should help us create their tactic. So let's get stuck in. Now, if you haven't figured it out already, this video is sponsored by surprise, surprise, Surprise Shirts. Surprise Shirts is a company that of course sends you some surprising shirts, and for FM22 players as well. If you're struggling for a new save, they do have an FM22 box where of course they will send you a shirt of a team for you to be in your FM22 saves. Interestingly as well, and unless stated, they do not send UK shirts to UK customers, so the shirt that you're getting is really going to be a surprise. I wonder where they source their shirts from. I know, their source are from clubs and manufacturers from all over the world. And also, if there are any clubs that you want to avoid, don't worry. Don't worry, as you check out, once you get to your cart, you can add a little text in there saying, please avoid any Tottenham shirts. Nobody wants that, do they? Nobody wants that. And the shirt sizes as well. Don't worry, if you're looking for a shirt for yourself, if you're looking for a shirt for your kids, do not worry. The sizes of the shirt ranges from 3 months to 5XL. How should I know? How should I know? Well, I know because this shirt is a medium, and I also got my boy a shirt, and he is from 3 to 4 years old. Also, another interesting fact as well is that this is a family run business as well, so make sure you go and support them, and by supporting them you will also be supporting this channel, because we do have a code. That is the best part about this. We do have a code. You guys have 10% off all products on the website, so make sure you go and check out their page. Once again, by supporting them using this RDF code, you will be supporting this channel as well. The code is in the description, but the code is RDF. I would love to know what shirt you guys get sent as well, so let me know in the comments. And now let's get back to Football Manager. So day 1 at the job, now we're playing in Romania. We are not familiar with the rules, so let's have a look at the rules and let's look at what we've gotten ourselves into. So for the structure of the Romanian second league, of course it's 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw. There are 20 teams, but we only play 19 games. Each team play each other once. The top 6 qualify for the Champions playoff, where of course we have to play off to get promoted. And looking at the match rules as well, there must be no more than 2 non-EU players starting in the in the playing 11. So that's quite interesting. We have to look out for that as well when we are making our signings. There must be at least 1 player aged 20 or under in the starting 11, but also for players aged 18 or under, we must have at least a player aged 18 or under in the starting 11. This should help us develop some nice Romanian players. I've got a feeling, guys, I've got a feeling this is going to be an absolute amazing save. So once we do make it to the Champions playoff, I hope this doesn't come back to bite me. The number of teams is 6, and now the number of matches is 10, because now we play each other twice. And then of course, whoever finishes first or second gets promoted to the top tier. The next thing we can look at is the finances as well. So the overall balance, I mean, we're in positive, so that's a positive. £70,000 as the overall balance. But looking at the transfer budget, I mean, it's zero. We've got absolutely no money to spend. The wage budget, we are currently spending our allowance. So if I go to Scout and look at the wage budget, yeah, we've only got £326 per week to play with now. That's actually just £1 more than what this club is paying me. The scouting budget, I guess, isn't too bad, especially for the Romanian league. But looking at the projection, things aren't looking too great. We have to turn things around in the save, and I hope you guys can help with that too. So we've looked at the rules, we've looked at the finances. Now it's time to have a quick look at some of the players. Who are we working with? We've got a very good player here, Stefan Douglas. He's of course a goalkeeper, 6'4". He's a monster, and we cannot see no attributes. So throughout the save, when we're making our signings, when we're of course selecting our own players as well, we will be looking at this page a lot. Dobre fits in well with the majority of the squad. He's homegrown at the club. He's considered good at shot stopping. He's got a balanced and normal personality. He's potentially a standard goalkeeper for the top tier, but he's currently operating at the second division level. His cons, he's performed very bad in training recently, and he's very one-footed, which those cons, we can turn that around. I mean, we don't really care about his weaker foot, do we? He's a goalkeeper. All he's got to do is just kick it long with 1 foot. Christian Garva as well, a striker, 28-year-old. He's of course going to be our star striker in this team. He's currently a leading player for most second division sides. He's currently considered as a physical player. He could be played as a right winger, but we don't care about that. He's going to be our striker. His strength underpins his approach to playing the game. He's got strength, he's got stamina, and that makes him a decent athlete. He can't cross the ball, and he's very one-footed. I mean, that doesn't really help us with the role that we're going to use him in. Currently, at the moment, we don't have any recommendations to what his best role is. Let's have a look at his height. I mean, he's 6'1". That's possibly a target man there. Possibly a target man. Possibly a pressing forward. We don't know yet. We do not know. And the third player, well, I'm just selecting the top 3 players here. And in the next episode, we can kind of look more in depth in this when we are creating a tactic and all that good stuff. We do have Nebojsa Ivanovic. I know, once again, I've butchered that. Promise, I will be working on my pronunciations here. Looking at his report as well, he's unlikely to improve in the future, but he is currently a good player for most second division sides. Again, he's a physical player, but one with some speed as well. He's got acceleration, he's got pace, and another one with a balanced and normal personality. So what we can also do here as well, we can kind of sort players out by style. I mean, the goalkeeper is a shot stopper. We know that Garva and Ivanovic are physical players, and Piftor here is a technical player. Now, this is what I like to see. Let's look at the reports. He has performed well in training. He's natural in a couple of positions as well, so a very versatile player. He's potentially a leading second division right winger, and he's currently a good player for most second division sides. He's currently considered as a technical player. He's got agility, he's got pace, and again, balanced and normal personality. Now, looking at his cons, he's actually got poor intelligence on the football pitch, and he doesn't enjoy big matches. Oh, some sticky cons there. Some sticky cons, but he's only 22. We do have high hopes on young Alexandru Piftor. Now that's it for the players. Again, in the next episode, when we are creating the tactics and all that good stuff, we will have a more in-depth look at these players, because of course we will need to when creating our tactics. Next, I was going to say we can kind of look at the stuff, but we don't actually have any attributes that we can see here, so we're going to have to rely on these ratings here, and this here can be improved. We currently have 3 coaches. We currently have the assistant manager, a head of youth as well. So we're packed out in terms of staff, but we may have to work on improving some of these staffs. We need some scouts. I mean, we've got nobody, absolutely nobody in the scouting recruitment team. Now, looking at the medical team, I think we're all good there as well. Sports scientists especially, we're good there. Physios, if we're picky, we can improve that, but it's not necessarily absolutely needed. Currently in the hierarchy, we do not have any team leaders, but we do have 2 highly influential players, Golda and Stoy. Stoy has a devoted mentality, something that I actually have never seen before on FM. But interestingly, apart from Stoy, everybody is on balanced mentality. I mean, team team balanced. That's probably what we're going to go with. Socially as well, socially we do look very good. A lot of people in the core social group. This should help with people. If there's any new players here, this should help with the settling in. If we do look at the transfer history, yeah, we have quite a few players. So looking at this, it's actually unlikely that we do make first season signings, especially in the summer, possibly in the winter when we do have stats, when we do have data to look at when it comes to approaching and scouting players. But at the moment, of course, there's no data, and we do have a lot of players who will be making their debuts early on in the season. Lastly, before we end this video as well, we can have a look at the club's visions and the club's expectations. Now, I've actually just accidentally accepted it, but more time we accept this anyway. So the 5-year plan, work within the wage budget. That is it. We do not have any style of play. We don't have any kind of club culture, but we can, again, make that. Again, in the comments, let me know if there's a certain club culture that you want me to implement in the save. End of the current season, finish mid-table, and in a Coppa Romania. I need to learn how to remember. I need to learn how to pronounce this, but I'm guessing it's just Romanian Cup. The minimum expectation is to reach the 5th round, and of course, my contract expires, and we need to get a new one. Also looking at the facilities as well, it's looking nice. It is looking nice, and hopefully with this Rapenzia team, we can mount a real challenge in Europe. That's the aim. That's the aim, and that is the end of this video. If you guys think you're gonna enjoy it, please like this video, gives it a thumbs up, because it's just gonna help the exposure of this video, and it's of course gonna motivate me to keep making these episodes. Also, don't forget to leave a comment if there's a club culture that you want me to implement, if there's a style of football, if there's a certain approach that you want me to have when it comes to making signings. Let me know in the comments. It's gonna help. But thank you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow's episode is gonna be spicy. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Love from Romania. Also, in the next video, we will be unboxing the away kit. I'll see you guys soon. Stay safe. Peace out.